Good morning. I give up. All right. So many of you ask me to show myself to you. Then here it is. This is me. This is Zahi Shaked, Isaac, and I'm today walking to the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, which is there. But as you know me, it's not going to be a regular tour. All right. Now you saw me. And from now, if it's okay by you, Jesus and the city is more important than me. Then see you in my next video. We are at Moristan. Moristan is the center of Jerusalem, and the story will be of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. But I know I took so many videos of it, and every video is different. And in every video, we will talk about different things, and you will see different places. For example, today we will honor the cross of Jerusalem to Andrew Matson, which lovely bought that cross, but he didn't give me his shipping address. Then if you hear me, please send me your shipping address. I sent you a few emails of it, and I will send you the cross of yourself. If you want to have your own cross, it's not a problem. Go to buy me a coffee link, or ask me for that link, and I will send it to you. You're gonna have a video of yourself and the cross to your house. Then I'm going to the opposite side of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, mainly because I want to climb up from the main entrance of the church of the 4th century, the church that was built by Saint Helen, the mother of Constantine. How are you? Beseda Gamur. And we will start from an amazing street. It's called the Cardo, because it used to be the heart of the city, and the Cardo was a wide street from 2nd and 6th century, but when the Crusade came, they divided it into 3 different streets. Then the Cardo actually started from here and ended there, wide. But now we can see one market, and the second market will be to your right side. The first market, the butcher market, the perfume market. I love that market. And the third market is to your right side. Look at the shisha. So you cannot go in through there, but if you will enter through the perfume market and then turn left, you will see the third one. Then you saw how wide the Cardo was. Then we are going through the Cardo, mainly because I want you to see the facade of the church from the 4th century, but I want you to understand where should you climb up to the roof, because this is another question that you ask me a lot. And Andrew, we are following you today. An excellent place to eat is in front of you. And hey, how are you? היום אני לבד. אני יודע, שמה. Not one of the cells from there. He sells here, selling that amazing orange juice and pomegranate juice. Then you can see the 9 station juice. This is the entrance of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre from the 4th century. It actually started from the Cardo. Sadly, the Church of the Day is less than half of what she used to be. Then let's climb to the roof. Together with you. If you didn't see original videos of mine for the last 3 weeks. It's because I had an operation and I couldn't talk for 3 weeks. But everything's okay now, and thank you for your concern. And here we are. Then, this is the border between the Muslim quarter and the Christian quarter. What you can see from there, it's a wide dome of the Jewish synagogue from the Jewish quarter. We are entering now to the Egyptian part of the church. Not all of you knows it. If you watched my videos, of course you know that place, but now you know how to reach it. You can see one of the 2 domes of the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. Now let's talk, before we are entering the church, let's talk about what's happening here. The site was outside the walls of the city, just like the Bible mentioned. Then we are, in a way, outside the city. And for one of the questions that I'm going to ask, no, Jesus wasn't crucified, died, and resurrected in the church. The church was built only on the 4th century, on top of the tomb of Jesus and the Golgotha. How it can be that the tomb and the crucifixion place is in the same place, the same church, under the same church? According to the book of John, garden of Joseph of Arimathea, who gave Jesus his own tomb, was outside the gate, next to the crucifixion place. About the crucifixion place, you know what? Let's talk about another thing. Golgotha, Calvary. This is a name that mentioned only in the New Testament. There's no other evidence for the existence of that place or the location of it. In the 19th century, some of the Christians, mainly the Church of England and some of the Protestants, decided that because the church now is not only inside the walls, it's at the Times Square of Jerusalem, it might be that the place that we are visiting is not the right place. They looked outside the gates of Jerusalem and they found a place that looks amazing. There's a garden there and a tomb. Then in that case, it might be the second option of the Golgotha. It's called the Garden Tomb, and anyhow, even if you are not part of the Church of England and the Protestant, I will be more than happy if you will visit it. And I do have some videos of the Garden Tomb in my channel as well. Then don't think twice. If you won't find it, send me a message and I will send you the link for 1 or 2 of the videos. Then in that case, the church, not a big group, as I believe a Catholic group, are on the way to the Golgotha. Then they might stop here, yes, at the 9th station of the cross, and we will reach it soon. The church in front of you is not a Catholic church. It's not a Protestant, it's not a Greek Orthodox church. It's not an Armenian church. It's not an Orthodox church. It belongs to everyone. Then you will find here the Egyptians, you will find here Catholic, you will find here the Church of Syria, you will find here Greek Orthodox, of course, and you will find here Armenians. Then in that case, that church belongs to everyone. And if it belongs to everyone, and everyone wants the best place for themselves, you can understand that there are some conflicts between themselves. And some of the conflict you will see later on. Then in that case, now we know that there are 2 options, and I will ask you to visit those 2. And I will ask you, if you want to send me a comment, to be less negative to other traditions, because it so surprised me to see the hate between the Christians themselves. everyone who believes in Jesus is a Christian for me. It doesn't matter if it's that way or other way. Then please accept it. Yeah, they are following the Via Dolorosa. Then what is the Via Dolorosa? The Via Dolorosa is the way of the cross, the way of the misery. Listen to them. It's difficult to listen to them. Then, in that case, the Via Dolorosa, we have between 14 and now we are talking about the 15th station that actually marks the way of Jesus from the crucifixion place, for the judgment place, to the crucifixion place. And we are at the end of it. We're now entering to the most important part. Here you can see where Jesus fell for the... It's amazing. I already fell. Almost fell. You can see where Jesus fell for the third time. This is in front of you. Inside the church, or actually outside the church, you can see another station of the clothes of the lot of the clothes of Jesus when they stripped him from his clothes. Another station is nailing to the cross, and then the crucifixion itself, and of course the Pietà and the tomb itself. It's going to be very difficult to explain you already at the church. I've been with that cross already 2 hours ago at 7 o'clock, and it was very, very crowded. And because they know me and they know that I'm actually blessing crosses for people who cannot reach Israel, they let me enter this time without standing in the line. Then Andrew, Matson, it's for you. This is the Lord's Prayer. Then in that case, we will enter soon to the church, but that belongs to the Egyptian, and soon we will enter to the Ethiopian part of the church. In the Egyptian part of the church, if you will turn right, you will see a water cistern. And this is water cistern from the 1st century. Then let's start to talk about what's actually happened here in the church. According to what we know and our evidence for them, this used to be a quarry. Some people say that was a quarry from the 8th or 9th century BC, and some actually believe that it was a quarry of King Herod. Then in that case, it actually tells us that the church was outside the walls. And I will try to convince you if that the church won't be so crowded, which I must say lately is very crowded, which is good for tourism. By the way, people are asking why I'm actually doing less and less videos. You're right, it's not easy for me anymore because I have to work. Before, at COVID time when I had no work, I did it with the love, and from time to time you support me. And now people are working that less support enter to my account, and I must work more and more and more. And with big groups, I cannot take videos, or I cannot take long videos. Then I'm trying to do it once a week. Before that, I used to do that 4 times a week. Then, in that case, there's a water system from the 4th century that used to be a quarry. And then they put a plaster on it, and And then they use it as a water system mainly because there's no water source of Jerusalem except the one, and it's not good for a million people. Look at the cats here. The cats are the wild animals of Israel. Then in that case, we have so many cats in Israel. Many times ago, I had cats, a lot of cats by myself, but sadly, I don't have a lot of it. Then, you can see in front of you a Coptic monk, such a nice person. And this is the 9th station where Jesus fell for the 3rd time. Why there's a cross here? Mainly because when you are using, when we are doing the Via Rosa, from time to time you are using the big cross like that. But from here you are entering to Orthodox places, and it's not Catholic, then in that case it's not important. Next to the 9th station you can see the most famous mattress in the city, and that is where a good friend of mine sleeping in Jerusalem. I'm sure that you know Yaakov, then James, then this is his mattress. If you never met James, it means that you didn't watch my videos, then please subscribe to my channel. Let me see if you will let me enter to the... Hi, Mashlomcha. When you are entering to here, please, 10 shekels for each. Then don't forget to do that. And this is an amazing church. Beautiful. Yes. Is it okay? I'm a tour guide. Then, in that case, look how beautiful is that church, St. Helen Church. Belongs to the Coptic. And you can see St. Helen and her child Constantine. And we are going to the water system. Last time, if you are following my videos, you could hear a chanting, amazing chanting. That. That we will enter. It's not easy. Oh, it's really not easy. There are actually two water systems here. One is to your left side, but it's less interesting. Right there. But the one that I want you to see is in front of you. The acoustic here is amazing, and you can still see the water in it. Andrew, such a beautiful place, isn't it? You can see the plaster that was covered the walls, and while there are stairs to repair things that's happening here, to clean the pool, and the base acoustic here is from here. And let me then it was a quarry and then a water system, and according to tradition, St. Helen used the water for her existence when they built the church. You can see the bullets hole from there. Then the acoustic is so good here. I hope that you will hear me. I will actually say only one sentence. Oh Lord, listen to us, our Lord, one Lord. Let me remind you that my daughter believes that I cannot sing any songs because I'm out of tune, and guess what? She's right. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Mrs. Italiano, I'm sure that you are now happy. And I hope that you are happy too. Then you can see that there are still water here, and I'm not using it anymore, but it's worth visiting. Now the guy, because I'm a tour guide, but he didn't see the group, although you are my group, he showed me where should I donate, and you know what? I will donate him 10 shekels. That, first I have to climb all the way up. Wow. Oh, I have to take a picture for you. Let me take a picture of it. It's so humid here. It reminds me summertime in Israel. It's already 21 minutes, and we didn't even enter to the church. Oops. Oh, that was difficult. I'm still difficult for me to breathe after the operation, but it's such a lovely day. Then we enter through the Egyptian part to the Ethiopian part, and look how beautiful it is. What I want you to remember is that the Ethiopians believe that they are a creation between Queen Shiva and King Solomon. 9 months later, Melnik, the first Ethiopian king, was born. He came to here to meet his father, King Solomon, who gave him the Ark of the Covenant. Then the Ark of the Covenant, according to the Ethiopians, is at the city of Aksum in Ethiopia. You can see the water well. That tells you that beneath you there's another water system, and the village of them looks like that. A beautiful place. I do have some videos that I'm visiting inside their village, but as you can see, it's private, then I'm not going to go in without any permit, and you do have it in my videos. But I love that one. I don't know why. The chair and the door. Then you can understand how big is the door. Those doors are mainly for meditation. Who is renovating here? The Greek Orthodox. Then the church was one of the first churches that were built, 4th century. Look how beautiful it is. Every place here is worth a picture. It's like a postcard. And it might be that I will split into, that video into 2. Then Andrew, Matson, he will have 2 videos. One of the upper part of the church, and the other one is of the facade of the church. Facade of the church is the interior part of the church. Then in that case, now we're going to go through 2 Ethiopian churches, and the first one, the upper one, you will see a painting of King Solomon visiting Queen Shiva. And when we reach the facade, you will see that that place is almost empty, and the facade of the church will be with hundreds of people. That's why it was very important for me to take you to the roof of the church, because it's less touristy. And today it's so difficult to visit the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. Then let's go in. Of course, when you're entering church, no heads. Someone is climbing up. Right, it's only 2 people. Because as you can see, it has only place for 1 person here. For some of you, that will be the second part of the video. First part of the video that I took is about the facade of the church. Sorry, the roof of the church, from the corridor until the end of the Ethiopian part of the church. Here, I might start a new video. Then it will be 1 long video and another short video only about the inner part of the church. What is happening now? Lately, the church, all the denomination decided to renovate the floor of the church. And what they're doing, they're taking off the stones of the church, and you can see it here. They're excavating, and then they will bring back the one that they can, and they will bring them, whatever it will do in the future, I don't know, because there's so many speculation. This is the facade of the church from early Crusade time. Remember that the main entrance was from the corridor. Today, or from the Crusade time, the entrance is from here. In the Muslim time, especially at the time of Saladin, after the Crusade time, the keys actually of the church were part of the 2 Muslim ceremony that until today, opening and closing the door of the church. And there were 3 doors. One that we will enter through it, and one that was sealed by Saladin. And there's another one there, and this is the Franks chapel, which is the 10th station of the cross, and sadly it's closed, and that's why the strip in from is closed. The church was very beautiful, I must say. If you go a little bit backward, you will see a little bit more of it.